It is January 1973 and we are in Kanpur to watch the highlights of the fourth test match between England and India. For those of you in a rush, we will begin with a few delightful snapshots in a nutshell.
Sunil Gavaskar, who batted so brilliantly in the West Indies, runs into form and shows his class, getting his first 1,000 runs in Test cricket. Wadekar and Pataudi put on 86 for the fourth wicket. Tony Lewis plays with supreme confidence, a brilliant display of aggressive batsmanship to score the first century of the series. Vishwanath has found his true form and plays elegantly. Vishwanath remains unbeaten with 75.
I have two footages of this match in my collection, both with pretty much the same content, but by two very different commentators. The first one is the excerpt from Raju Bharathan's movie Victory Story, and the second, which has a better picture quality, is the newsreel produced by Government of India. I have chosen the second one. To the millennial generation watching this and wondering what India's newsreels are about, your parents or grandparents will tell you that back in their days when there was no TV, cinema theatres were obliged to screen these before running the feature film. Now, I am going to veer away from cricket a bit to pay tribute to a remarkable person by the name of Zul Vellani. No? Haven't heard of him? That's the very reason for this digression. Zul Vellani was an erudite man of art and of many talents. He was best known for his spoken English. He lent his honeyed and baritone voice for 4 decades in over 700 documentaries and countless newsreels. But what I actually love about him is his diction. His accent was free from the influence of his mother tongue and adulterations of foreign languages. He never tried to ape the British or Americans, and when he spoke, you couldn't tell whether he was from north, south, east or west. His talent was well known to even Indira Gandhi, India's ex-Prime Minister. On the day she was assassinated, 2 men whom Zul couldn't recognize knocked the door of his flat in Bombay, requested him to accompany them, and flew him in a chartered flight to Delhi just in time for her funeral. Indira Gandhi had willed that in the event of her death, none other than Zul shall do the running commentary of her last journey. And a happy story. Lata Mangeshkar too loved Zul's voice, and in 1967 had him do the introductions for her HMV album on Dhyaneshwar and Geeta. Now that you have heard so much about Zul Vellani, aren't you curious what he sounded like? I'm going to play a couple of short samples. We will get back to cricket very soon. Do bear with me for just another minute, because the voice we are going to be listening now would be the very voice telling us the story of the Kanpur test.
Arjun stands on the field of battle to do his duty. All possible attempts have been made to avoid a war, but they have not succeeded. So he has assembled the kings of many countries and taken Lord Krishna himself as his charioteer. What does Arjun see when he turns his gaze in all directions? On both sides are ranged a surging throng of his own kinsmen and friends. His heart is moved. He is downcast. His attachment confuses him, overshadows his devotion to duty. The Gita's main...
আমায় ভাবছো মিছেই পর তোমার নাই কি অবসর আমায় ভাবছো
Siddhartha, we have traveled a long way on this river. I'm old now. I can't work anymore. Now it's time for me to go.
বলো কোথায় তোমার দেশ, তোমার নেই কি চলার শেষ।
But we will meet again. And remember, nothing remains the same. Everything changes. And everything returns.
কোথায় তোমার দেশ, তোমার নেই কি চলার শেষ। ও নদীরে
To this unknown, unsung soul, who was once the voice of the country, let us dedicate this episode.
The fourth test at Kanpur. Wadekar wins the toss for the third time, a disappointment for England, who are one down in the series. Chauhan and Gavaskar open India's innings. Sunil Gavaskar, who batted so brilliantly in the West Indies, runs into form and shows his class, getting his first 1,000 runs in Test cricket. Wadekar and Vishwanath put on 70 runs for the third wicket. Wadekar and Pataudi put on 86 for the fourth wicket. Wadekar goes on to score 90 runs with 9 fours and a 6. He is brilliantly caught by Fletcher off Tony Greig. A loud appeal, but Solkar and the umpire remain unmoved. Greig to Solkar. Solkar pulls and Old is hit in the face. He is helped into the pavilion to join the injured Gifford. A 4 from Pataudi, who is claimed by Arnold LBW for 54. Engineer scores 2,000 runs in Test cricket. Abid Ali enlivens the proceedings in an otherwise slow Indian innings. He scores 41 bright runs before Old clean bowls him. Chandra has bowled all ends up and India are all out for 357. How will the Indian spinners fare on a lifeless wicket? Mike Dennis opens the innings with Graham Roop playing in his first Test match. Chandra to Roop, Solkar misses him. Another googly from Chandra, and this time Abid makes no mistake. Alan Knott joins Dennis. They take the score to 48 before Chandra has Dennis caught once again by Abid Ali. Enter Lewis, and the Indian spinners are in for a hammering. Knott is batting confidently before he mistimes the stroke off Prasanna to give Gavaskar an easy catch. Tony Lewis plays with supreme confidence, a brilliant display of aggressive batsmanship to score the first century of the series. His 125 contained 14 fours and 1 6 before Abid Ali bowls him. A great captain's innings. Fletcher scores a well-made 58 before falling to Bedi. Chandra to Birkinshaw. Bedi to Gregg, and Chauhan takes an excellent catch. Arnold and Birkinshaw put on 96 runs before Birkinshaw is caught by Abid off Chandra for 64. Arnold is out for 45 and England total 397 with the lead of 40 runs. India's second innings appears to be a formality because the match is headed for a draw, but there are a few shocks in store. Arnold to Chauhan, a catch by Roop, and India are 1 down for 8. Wadekar pulls old for 4. Underwood claims Gavaskar's wicket and India are 2 for 33. Wadekar is out for 9 and India are 3 for 36. Engineer comes and goes for 2 runs and India are 4 for 39. Still 1 run behind England's lead of 40. India in deep trouble with Underwood in full cry. But Vishwanath and Solkar stem the rot. Abid Ali joins Vishwanath to take the score to 181. Vishwanath has found his true form and plays elegantly. Abid Ali is bowled by Gregg for 36. Vishwanath remains unbeaten with 75 and the match is a draw. A minus point to India for slow batting in the first innings and full marks to England for playing attacking cricket.